China is a land of extraordinary diversity, a vast country where towering mountains, dense forests, rolling grasslands, winding rivers, and remote wetlands create unique habitats for some of the world's most fascinating and unusual animals. Many species found here exist nowhere else on Earth, evolving remarkable adaptations to survive in the country's extreme climates and varied landscapes. From the misty bamboo forests that shelter the gentle giant panda, to the frigid high-altitude plateaus where golden snub-nosed monkeys and Tibetan antelopes thrive, China's ecosystems are home to creatures that seem almost otherworldly. Some of these animals are small and elusive, like the nocturnal pangolin or the secretive Chinese giant flying squirrel, while others, such as the Chinese giant salamander or the Yangtze giant softshell turtle, are colossal and ancient, carrying the mark of millions of years of evolution. Many of these species are critically endangered due to habitat loss, poaching, pollution, and human encroachment, making their survival increasingly precarious. Studying these animals not only reveals the ingenuity of nature, but also highlights the urgent need for conservation efforts to protect China's unique biodiversity. Each creature tells a story of adaptation, survival, and resilience, offering a window into ecosystems that remain largely hidden from the modern world. Welcome to EcoBeasts. Explore the all animals. Giant panda, Ailuropoda melanoleuca. The giant panda is an iconic species renowned for its striking black and white fur, round face, and large expressive eyes which give it a friendly and almost cartoon-like appearance. Its unique pseudo-thumb, an extension of the wrist bone, allows it to grip and strip bamboo efficiently, which forms the bulk of its diet, although they occasionally eat small rodents or carrion. Giant pandas inhabit the misty mountainous bamboo forests of Sichuan, Shanxi, and Gansu provinces, where they live largely solitary lives and spend up to 16 hours a day feeding. They communicate with scent markings, vocalizations, and body language, especially during mating season. Despite their bare lineage, pandas are almost entirely herbivorous, a dietary adaptation that requires constant foraging due to bamboo's low nutritional value. Conservation efforts, including breeding programs, habitat restoration, and ecotourism initiatives, have gradually increased their population, raising their status from endangered to vulnerable. However, they remain highly sensitive to habitat disturbance and human encroachment. Chinese giant salamander, Andreas davidianus. The Chinese giant salamander is a true giant among amphibians, capable of reaching lengths of over 6 feet and weights of 60 kilograms or more. Its broad, flattened head, small eyes, and loose, wrinkled skin give it a primitive, prehistoric look that has earned it the title of living fossil. It inhabits cold, fast-flowing rivers and mountain streams, where it hides under rocks and emerges at night to ambush prey such as fish, crustaceans, insects, and smaller amphibians. Despite its enormous size, it is a stealth predator rather than a fast chaser. The species has an exceptionally long lifespan, often exceeding 50 years in the wild, and plays a crucial ecological role by controlling aquatic prey populations. Unfortunately, it faces critical threats from habitat destruction, water pollution, and overharvesting for traditional Chinese medicine, making it one of the most endangered amphibians on Earth. Golden Snub-Nosed Monkey, Rhinopithecus roxellana. The golden snub-nosed monkey is a spectacular primate with dense golden-orange fur, a pale blue face, and a long, expressive tail. It inhabits the high-altitude forests of central and southwest China, enduring freezing temperatures and heavy snow. Its distinctive upturned nose warms inhaled air in the winter, an adaptation critical for survival in cold climates. These monkeys are highly social, living in massive, multi-tiered groups that can number up to 600 individuals with complex social hierarchies. They feed on lichens, leaves, fruits, seeds, and buds, often traveling long distances to find food in the winter months. The species communicates through a wide variety of sounds, gestures, and facial expressions. Habitat fragmentation due to logging and agriculture has made them endangered, though strict conservation measures and protected reserves have helped stabilize some populations. Chinese water deer, Hydropotes inermis. The Chinese water deer is a small, unusual deer that lacks antlers and is instead characterized by long, fang-like canine teeth that protrude from its mouth, giving it a vampire deer appearance. It inhabits marshes, wetlands, riversides, and reed beds across eastern China, where it moves quietly among dense vegetation. Its diet consists primarily of grasses, aquatic plants, and young shoots, and it is an adept swimmer capable of navigating watery terrain with ease. Males use their prominent fangs during aggressive interactions in the mating season, rather than relying on antlers like other deer. The species is largely nocturnal, avoiding human activity during the day, and while some populations are stable, habitat loss and water pollution threaten its survival in many areas. Pangolin, Manis pentadactyla. The pangolin is one of the most unusual mammals in the world, covered entirely in overlapping keratin scales that act as armor against predators. Its elongated snout, sticky tongue, and prehensile tail make it an expert forager of ants, termites, and other insects. Native to the forests, grasslands, and agricultural regions of southern China, pangolins are strictly nocturnal, often spending the day hidden in burrows or tree hollows. When threatened, they curl into a tight, impenetrable ball, making them difficult for predators to attack. Critically endangered due to poaching for their scales, used in traditional medicine, and their meat, pangolins face severe survival threats. Conservation efforts focus on anti-trafficking, habitat preservation, and captive breeding programs, though illegal trade continues to pose a major challenge. Yangtze giant softshell turtle, Raphitus swinhoi. The Yangtze giant softshell turtle is the largest freshwater turtle in the world, weighing over 200 kilograms and stretching several feet in length. It has a broad, flat head, long neck, and a soft, leathery shell rather than the hard shells typical of most turtles, giving it a unique prehistoric appearance. It inhabits rivers, lakes, and wetlands, where it preys on fish, mollusks, and carrion. Mostly nocturnal, it spends long hours submerged, surfacing only to breathe. With fewer than 10 individuals confirmed in the wild, it is critically endangered and represents one of the most precarious species on Earth. Captive breeding programs in China and Vietnam aim to save the species, but habitat destruction, pollution, and low reproductive rates continue to threaten its survival. Tibetan antelope, Chiru, Panthalops hodgsoni. The Tibetan antelope, or chiru, is a graceful, slender antelope adapted to the harsh Tibetan Plateau at altitudes exceeding 4,000 meters. Males have long, ringed horns, while both sexes have striking black facial markings. Their blood contains a high concentration of hemoglobin, allowing them to survive in low-oxygen environments. Chiru are migratory, traveling long distances to find food and water, feeding mainly on alpine grasses and shrubs. They are fast runners capable of outrunning many predators and are highly alert animals. Poaching for their fine underwool, chatouche, has severely reduced populations, placing them near threatened despite conservation efforts and the creation of protected areas. Chinese Giant Flying Squirrel, Petarista xanthotis. The Chinese Giant Flying Squirrel is a large nocturnal mammal that inhabits dense forests in Yunnan and Sichuan provinces. Its reddish-brown fur, bushy tail, and wide gliding membrane, patagium, allow it to leap and glide distances of up to 50 meters between trees. It primarily feeds on nuts, seeds, fruits, and occasionally bird eggs. Extremely agile and elusive, it is rarely observed in the wild and serves as an important component of the forest ecosystem, dispersing seeds and maintaining tree diversity. Habitat destruction, deforestation, and fragmentation threaten its survival locally, though it is currently classified as least concern globally. Red panda, Alurus fulgens. The red panda is a small arboreal mammal with reddish-brown fur, a long bushy tail with faint rings, and a face that resembles a raccoon. Found in temperate forests in Sichuan and Yunnan provinces, it is largely solitary and spends most of its life in trees, using its sharp claws and strong limbs to navigate branches. Its diet consists mainly of bamboo, supplemented with fruits, berries, acorns, and small insects. Despite its name, It is not closely related to the giant panda, but shares a similar habitat. Red pandas are endangered due to deforestation, habitat fragmentation, and poaching, and conservation programs focus on preserving forest corridors and protecting nesting sites. 10. Chinese alligator, Alligator sinensis. The Chinese alligator is a critically endangered freshwater reptile, smaller than its American counterpart, reaching up to 2 meters in length. It inhabits slow-moving rivers, ponds, and wetlands in eastern China, often hidden among dense vegetation. Primarily nocturnal, it feeds on fish, amphibians, small mammals, and occasionally birds. It is less aggressive than the American alligator, but is highly territorial during breeding season. Habitat destruction, human encroachment, and flooding have decimated its populations, leaving only a few hundred in the wild. Captive breeding and reintroduction programs aim to revive the species. 7. Baiji River Dolphin, Yangtze River Dolphin, Lepates vexillifer. The Baiji, or Yangtze River Dolphin, was a freshwater dolphin endemic to the Yangtze River. It had a long, narrow snout, small eyes, and a flexible body adapted to murky river waters. Feeding on fish and crustaceans, it relied heavily on echolocation for navigation and hunting. Slow-moving and shy, it was extremely vulnerable to industrialization, river traffic, pollution, and overfishing. The last confirmed sighting occurred in 2002, and it is now considered functionally extinct. The Baiji remains a poignant example of how human activity can wipe out a species even in modern times. Chinese crocodile newt, Tylototraton quaquawensis. The Chinese crocodile newt is a medium-sized amphibian with rough, dark skin and ridged backs, giving it a crocodile-like appearance. It is native to the mountain streams and moist forest floors of Guizhou province. Nocturnal by nature, it hides under rocks and leaf litter during the day and emerges at night to feed on insects, worms, and other small aquatic creatures. Its habitat is threatened by deforestation, pollution, and collection for the pet trade, making it vulnerable. The species plays a crucial role in its ecosystem as both predator and prey, helping maintain a balanced aquatic environment. Exploring China's rare and unusual animals reveals the astonishing variety and complexity of life that thrives across its vast landscapes. From the iconic giant panda and the elusive red panda, to the mysterious Chinese giant salamander and the once majestic Baiji River dolphin, each species represents a unique evolutionary journey shaped by its environment. These animals showcase extraordinary adaptations, whether it is the Golden Snub-Nosed Monkey's ability to endure freezing mountain winters, the Chinese water deer's fang-like canines, or the gliding prowess of the Chinese Giant Flying Squirrel. Unfortunately, many of these creatures are under threat, facing pressures from habitat destruction, climate change, poaching, and human activity. Conservation efforts, including habitat restoration, anti-poaching measures, captive breeding programs, and public awareness campaigns, are vital for ensuring that these species do not vanish from the wild. By understanding and appreciating the remarkable biodiversity of China, we not only gain insights into the resilience and ingenuity of life on Earth, but also recognize our responsibility to protect these hidden treasures for future generations. The strange and wonderful creatures of China remind us that even in a rapidly changing world, there are still wild, mysterious, and irreplaceable corners of the natural world worth cherishing and preserving. And